this is Julie with Beadaholique, and in this video I'm going to show you how to fill a channeled box clasp by Elegant Elements with size 11.0 Miyuki Delicas. So here you can see there's 3 little channels, and we're going to fill those with the seed beads. And this is a really great way of being able to coordinate your clasp to your jewelry design. Now before I do this, I just want to show you that you do have quite a choice in terms of how long you want your clasp to be and how many little loops on the side. So we've got this really nice long one with 6 loops, slightly shorter one with 5 loops, 3 loops, and 2 loops. And all of them have the 3 channels. So the way this clasp works is it slides out, really nice, very easy to use, and slides back in. So let me show you how to fill it. You're going to need some tool to get your seed beads into the channels. Now I recommend a long needle, a head pin, an eye pin, anything that will fit through the hole of your Delicas. And then you're going to need some GS Hypo cement and of course your choice of beads. I chose this Pretty Harvest blend. So we're going to use the GS Hypo cement. And this is really great because there's a nice long narrow applicator tip. And we're going to squeeze a little bit out. And we are going to fill the channel. And you want to make sure that you fill it completely, all the way from top to bottom. And we're going to do that with all 3 channels. Don't touch the glue with your fingers, so you'll just want to hold your clasp along the edges. And then go ahead and replace the tip of your cap. Got that little needle that goes into the applicator. So let's go ahead and choose some beads. I chose a mix because it's going to allow me to do 3 different colors, so 1 in each channel. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. And I did this ahead of time, and I think 13 was the magic number. But you can just line it up if you're doing this with a different size and see how many you're going to need to fill each channel. So once you've got them on there, go ahead, scoot them towards the tip of whatever you're using as your applicator. Line them up. And scoot them off. So I'm just pulling the applicator back and letting the beads drop into the channel. There we go. And press them in place. I'm going to do another stripe with another 13 beads. 12 and 13. Same process. And press into place. Okay, and 1 more stripe. And there we go. And then just do press them into place. So just like that, we were able to fill our little channeled box clasp. Now a couple quick tips. If you're going to be doing one of these larger ones, you want to make sure your glue is still really wet and fresh to make sure it holds those beads, because they don't have a string in there. They're not strung in any way. So you're really relying on the glue to hold each bead. I might recommend, it takes a little bit of patience, but I might recommend doing 1 stripe. So put down your glue on 1 channel, fill it with your beads, wait 10-15 minutes for your glue to dry a little bit, then do the next channel, same process, wait a little bit, and then do the next one. Because this clasp was this size, I felt confident going ahead and lining all 3 channels with glue and filling them all with beads, and I didn't feel like the glue was going to dry before I could get my beads in place. I do worry a little bit with the bigger ones that might become an issue. The reason I say wait between the channels, if you're going to do it this way, by filling one channel at a time, you don't want to fill one channel with glue, lay down the beads, and then immediately try to fill the next channel with glue, because there's a really good chance you're going to disturb the beads you just laid down. So I'd like to give them a little bit of time to dry. They don't need to necessarily be fully dry, but I would like them to be pretty stuck in there before you go on to the next channel. So that's just something to keep in mind. You do want to work pretty fast when you're doing this. GS Hypo cement does dry pretty quickly. So just do keep that in mind. Have your beads ready, have everything ready to go when you're doing this project. But it does look really nice, and it is a great way of being able to really match your clasp to your jewelry design. You can find these Elegant Elements channeled box clasps and a whole bunch of Miyuki seed beads to fill them with at Beadaholique.com.